Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us once again on our monthly Visa Grow Your Business SME workshop. My name is Aditya Adeshoko, and I work with Visa. And now, here is another edition of our monthly series, the 10th edition, actually. Wow, what a long journey this has been. And like we say, how time flies. We've covered various topics on leveraging digital tools to grow your business. And our hope is that you'll take on, all of these learnings, not even some of them. Our hope is to take on all these learnings and implement them in your business to grow the same. So please feel free to drop comments or emoji to show how excited you are for this session, and also let us know where you're joining from. And now, just to give a bit more background to this session, this workshop is a monthly series, and it's part of our Where Your Shop Matters campaign. Now, what we intend to do with this workshop is to transform the way you SMEs do businesses. Leveraging to this digital knowledge and skills and everything, because we always say that digital has changed everything. I mean, in the past 2 years or so, a lot has changed from a digital world, and our intent is to help you leverage some of these skills and tools to grow your business using them. And what we also want is for you to grow resilient businesses for the future. So, what we are hoping is that you don't just grow SMEs that stays for 1 2 years, but hey, how can we support with this learning to grow your business into bigger businesses, for the future? Um, Today's session will be learning more on using data and insights to grow your business. Now, we know how critical data is and how critical insights is in growing your business, but what are those details we want to leverage it using digital as well? So those are the things you will listen to today with some of the tutors that will take us through this. Now, but before you go into the core training session, we have an exciting offer for you. Now, this is very, very special because it is made specially for your business and it is exclusive to Visa. So I'll allow my colleague Chidu to speak on this, and it's called Visa Business Card. So Chidu, over to you.
Thanks, Tayo, and good morning, everyone. So, like Tayo has introduced, my name is Chedu Adudu, lead for Visa Business Solutions West Africa, and I'm going to be taking you through a new card value proposition that we have in the market called the Small Business Card. Now, Visa is doing quite a lot to support SMEs in, these trying times. We all know that SMEs are among the most impacted business segments, with the pandemic because, you're running the show all by yourselves mostly. Because I know in Nigeria we have mostly sole proprietors. You're running the show all by yourself. You're your own salesperson, your own marketer, your own, operations person, and so on and so forth. And with the pandemic, things have become quite challenging as well. And so that's why we have all this range of initiatives under our Where You Shop Matter umbrella to help support you weather the storm and come out, even better. And one of the key elements in running a successful business is in terms of how do you run that business in a more efficient and in a more sustainable manner. And so, what we have brought into the market is a card product called the Visa Business Card. Now, one of the key things you need to do as an SME is to be able to separate your personal expenses from your business expense. And so, hence why you're always advised to have a separate business account where you pass all your business transactions through and where you spend, and that helps you better track separate your expenses, your business expenses from your own personal expenses. In that same vein, it also becomes quite important to also have a separate card that you use for your business, whether it's to use it for yourself, or if you're a small business firm, you have two, three, four employees, or even one employee, to leverage that card to be able to control your business expenses. So today, lots of us actually do our business expenses using cash, right? We keep cash with our office manager, the storekeeper that we have in the office. uh, keep cash with our 2 or 3 employees, or even leverage cash ourselves. And we know how that can be quite, you know, um, susceptible to abuse, and how that also is not really easy to track. At the end of the day, you need to get all the receipts together. You need to try and match transactions in the cash book with what you're seeing in your account statements, and so on and so forth. And so that's why we've come out with this card product called the business card. Now, the same way you have the card, your normal consumer individual card, is the same way you have the business cards across prepaid, debit, and credit. But the key difference, aside giving you secure access to funds in your account, is that the card comes with some offers and benefits that will make sense to you as a business person. And then plus that, you can also leverage the card to be able to do things like expense management for your employees, to be able to have line of sight into your expenses in the business, more visibility into expenses in the business. And then we're also rolling out some new solutions for mobile and digital as well. And so, what are these offers that we have come up with the Visa Business Card? One very key one, which we know would apply to so many of you, is our offer on logistics. So, with the Visa Business Card, you can get up to 25% discounts with GIG Logistics on your delivery costs. And so, this is our own way of passing some cost savings to you as a business owner. Whether you're using that logistics to deliver goods to your customers, or you're using the logistics service to get goods to your location, you can access up to 25% discount with the Visa Business Card. Additionally, we have over 30 what we call pan-regional offers that you can access with your business card as well. Things ranging discount offers on Shopify if you do online selling, to things like Microsoft Office 365, to offers on Google Ads, to offers on 40% off Dropbox, 30% off DocuSign, 10% off Rego's office space if you use co-working locations. So, and there are more than this, but these are just some key ones that we wanted to highlight. So with your Visa business card, what we're saying is you can leverage the card to come away from the inefficiencies that are associated with utilizing cash for your business expenses. So whether it's making payments for fuel for the backup generator, or it's making payment for office supplies like paper, stationaries, laptops for the business, or your office premises payments. We're saying or your day-to-day operational expenses, transport. Employee has to go from one place to the other to deliver something, and so on and so forth. You can, as a business, switch from cash and come to the business card, both for your own expenses as a business owner and for the expenses that your employees incur in the day-to-day operations of the business. That way, you're able to separate your personal from business expenses, and that way, you're also able to have better line of better sight and visibility over your expenses. And then plus all that default benefit that comes with the card, you also can access a range of business-centric benefits and offers that would, on things that you use day to day as a business, that would help you even save uh, money as well on that bit. So this is the portal where, as a business card holder, you can go to redeem all those benefits that we talked about earlier and more, because there are over 30 of them on the portal. And what we're saying what you'll be seeing in the next couple of months, aside what I've just talked about, is that we're going to be releasing a whole range of solutions through our partner banks, of course, releasing them into the market that would even help you to be able to run a more efficient and more effective business. And so please look out for these as they come into the market. You can get the business, you can go to your bank and ask for the Visa business card. Access Bank, Standard Chartered have already launched the cards, and a whole other host of other banks are launching the card product in the next couple of weeks. The whole underlying thought around this is to be able to pass on to you cost savings on business related expenses, help you to be able to run your business more efficiently and manage business expense, help you manage your cash flow, and help you better digitize your payments and avoid the abuses. that come with cash. So on these notes, I would like to thank you for giving me, um, a few minutes of your time, and I'm going to pass it on to Anthony now to take you through the training session. Thank you so much for your time. Of course, I'll be back at the end of the session with Anthony to take any questions you may have with regards to this. Thank you.
So I've been speaking, and thank you. Anthony did call our attention to the audio glitch, and that's been sorted out. So if you can hear me, please head over to the chat and give me a yes. So if you can hear me now and everything is clear, please head over to the chat and please give me a yes. So I'm going to go over everything I've been saying from the start over again, and this session is all about using data and insights to help your business grow, leveraging data and insights to help your business grow. So yes, God knows can hear me, and I have that confirmation. So sorry about the initial glitch. And I've gone on to talk about God knows who's right here on chat. Is a colleague of mine, well skilled at this. I will tell you, is an expert when it comes to anything digital marketing and using data, of course. So feel free to ask questions along the line. God knows is right here on chat to engage with you to make sure that all your questions are answered, of course. And I see some of you have gone on to introduce yourselves already. Anthony, Timilenyi, and Ibukun, you all are very much welcome. And please feel free to tell your friends about this. You could go on social media to shout about this because there's a whole lot of value we'll be sharing in this session. So feel free to make the buzz about the session and have your friends or any other business owner who could benefit from this. Just tell them about the session so they could just join in. So today's session is delivered right in partnership with Visa, and you've gone on to hear from Chiedu from Visa, who talked about the various. I mean, it's so numerous. I would say offers they have when you get that Visa card, and you could get that discount on Regus, which is a co-working space. You could get that discount on Shopify. You could get discounts on Google Ads as well. To run Google Ads, you get discounts when you have that Visa card. So We're glad to be partnering with them today on this Grow Your Business workshop, which is part of the Visa Where You Shop Matters campaign, all about helping small businesses leverage the opportunities available online or the tools available online to build sustainable brands, not just brands that will last for 2, 3 years, as Tayo mentioned, brands that will last for 5, 10, and of course 100 years. Why not? And keeps going. So we're glad to be partnering with Visa on this. And let's take a look at the agenda. What we'll be looking at today is structured into 3 phases, I would say. We're starting with understanding the right questions to ask. What are those questions you would ask your customers? Of course, when you want to learn more about something, what do? You ask questions, right? When you want to learn more about your customer journey, when you want to learn more about contents that your customers or your prospects or people who are going to do business with you or future customers would like, what will you do? You ask questions, right? So today we'll be looking at, first of all, the right questions you should be asking. And after that, we head over to the best channels, identifying the best tools to use for this. Because this is data, this is analytics, and what tools, when you know the right questions to ask, what tools are you going to use? Of course, you're not going to have that shop and stand in front of the store waiting to question every customer that walks in, or looking at your website and hoping for the magic to happen. And you have questions you want to ask to understand the customers, to understand what they like, to understand the buyer journey, the customer journey, and there are tools that can help you with this. So that's the next thing we'll be looking at after understanding the right questions to ask. And we'll be wrapping it up with understanding and analyzing your data. Data in its form can be raw. You could have numbers everywhere. 50 people visited, did this on your website. People like this content. People like this post. What are you going to do with all that? You need to learn how to analyze this data and put it in a form that it can easily be understood. So we're looking at tools to help out with that as well. So you can see from the agenda, it's pretty much packed, and it's going to be interesting and insightful as well. So understanding the right questions to ask, then identifying the best tools to use, and understanding and analyzing that data. So before we dive right in, we have this new opportunity from Google, which is it's super amazing, I would say. And this is the one-on-one mentoring available from Google. It's the one-on-one mentoring program where you, as a small business owner or you own a charity, you get matched with a mentor. And these mentors are digital skills experts. These are well-skilled experts. And then you have the opportunity to get matched with these mentors, and they have that one-on-one with you. So it's just like doing the same thing I'm doing over here, but sitting with you one-on-one. Of course, it's happening online, so you do not need to think of driving down or walking down or cycling to meet your mentor or traveling. No, it's going to be happening on Google Meet, and it's you and your mentor one-on-one. You have 5 different sessions with that mentor, and these are digital skills, digital marketing experts. So if you want to jump on this, I would advise everyone, if you have a small business or charity, jump right in on this, because these mentors are there to guide you and make sure that you are making the most of digital resources and digital channels to grow your business. They're going to be discussing with you, interacting with you to make sure everything they're going to be providing to you, it's well personalized and tailored to your business and that goal you want to achieve. So if you want to sign up for this, God knows we'll be dropping the link on chat, but I'm just going to read it out. It's bit.ly/GDSM mentoring. bit.ly/GDSM mentoring. If you know small business owners or charities that would need this as well, feel free to share the link. I mean, this is an interesting opportunity, and it's something new from Google, and it's really helping businesses already. So jump right in on this. Still going to be coming back to that. I have a question here, and I'm going to be having questions as we progress, but just so we are clear, there are no wrong answers. We just have contributions. I always choose not to call them answers. They are contributions, not answers. So nothing like answers here, we just have contributions. What words would you use to describe your customers? Looking back or reflecting, you could take a moment to reflect and think about this. If you want to describe your customers, what words are you going to use to describe them? Are they Gen Zs? Are they millennials? Are they females? Are they working? Are they in school? Are they, what words are you going to use to describe your customers? Are they people who would mostly search for your business on Google? Are they people who would find you on social media? What are those words you use to describe your customers? So this is something you should reflect on. The more you understand your customers, by understanding your customers, I mean you've taken a very, very bold step, and I've say you've taken the most important step to understanding what they need. So it's very important to understand your customers. So you think about this. What words are you going to use to describe your customers? We're heading to somewhere with all of this. So let's dive into the first phase of this session, which is understanding the right questions to ask. What are those key questions you should be asking? You need to understand customers, right? You need to know what they like. You need to know the right contents to put out. You need to know the user journey, what they are doing, and with this, that's when you know how to improve. So, what are the right questions to ask? If you have that one-on-one with your customers, if you maybe you have a store and you have working customers and you have the opportunity to engage with them, what questions would you want to ask them? Or you have an opportunity to maybe send a questionnaire or send a survey. What are the questions you would like to ask your customers? Now, I would always say this. If you notice from some of the biggest brands in the world, you see they're always sending out surveys. Maybe after you purchase, they're asking you for feedback. How did it go? What did you like? How can we improve and all? They're doing this already, so it's very important you look at this as well. What questions do you want to ask your customers? What are those questions? Having that interaction with customers or at different touch points, what questions do you want to ask these customers of yours? Of course, you want to learn more about them, because when you know your customers well, that is when you would serve them better. So let's look at this process for analytics and drop those contributions on chats. No answers, they are just contributions. Drop those contributions on chat. God knows it's going to be engaging with you. And I see a lot is happening on the chat already. So you tell us what words you are going to use to describe your customers. I see Adewumi joining. You're welcome. And everyone else joining, you all are very much welcome. We're just getting started right here. So what's that simple process for analytics? Remember, analytics, the word, it might sound big, bogus, and like a marketing term, but it's something really easy. And I'm going to be breaking everything down today. So do not get scared looking at the word analytics and you're like, what am I going to do with this? It's key, KY. It's very important. So what's that simple process for analytics? And you start by what your business objective is, what you're trying to achieve, and what are the questions you need to address. Where do you get that information from? And when you get the information, what do you do with that information? It's one thing to, survey customers, ask the right questions, know where to get the information. But after getting that, what do you do with it? Some of us already have this information at our fingertips, and we do not really understand what we should be doing with them. We're walking you through all that today. So let's go in depth on this process for analytics. First, you need to define your objective. And with everything marketing, everything, whether it's related to social media, Google Ads, everything marketing using Google My Business or whatever tool, email marketing, anything, you have to define your objective. What are your objectives? It could be to tell more people about your business, sell more of your products or services, identify your most valuable customers, find new ways to engage with previous. It's relative. It's left for you. What are your objectives? What are you trying to achieve? I know a whole lot of us here would go with objective number 2, sell more products or services, because that's when the money keeps rolling in. So, but it's relative though. It could be that you have a charity and you want to tell more people about what you do and get more people to join the cause. So it's relative when it comes to objectives. But it's likely going to be around this 4 we have here, or maybe you could have other objectives as well. So first off, you need to identify your objective and you address the questions. What questions you need to address? What are those questions I need to ask? What questions do you need to address? Now, this could be in form of the acronym we have right here, which is reach, engage, activate, and nurture. REAN. You could take note of this. It's very important. Reach, engage, activate, and nurture. When you're trying to structure your questions, or if you are worried about the kind of questions you should be asking yourself as a business owners and also as business owners, and the kind of questions you should be reflecting on. What's your target audience and how do you reach them? That's all about reach. What are those you're targeting? Remember, I asked the question initially. What are the words you would use to describe your customers? So what are you actually targeting and how can you reach them online? Are they millennials and you think, yes, I can reach them on Instagram or I can reach them on, this platform? It's something you should reflect on. Engage. Are they finding what they need? Are they actually finding what they need when they find you? Do they find you on Instagram? Do they find you on Google My Business and ask you, hey, do you have this? And you're like, no, I do not have that. No, I do not have that. Oh, I can't deliver to this zone. I can't deliver to this area. Are they actually finding what they need? Are they booking? When they find what they need, it's not about finding what they need. Are they actually buying? Are they converting? Are they booking? Are they purchasing? Are they contacting you for that service? That's all about activate. And it's all about nurturing. Are they coming back? Now, if you build a business around one-off customers, it's not going to last. I'll tell you. I've done I know the first time, one of the first businesses I had, we're having only one-off customers, and then I was still a rookie, and I always thought, yes, one-off customers were good, and it got to a point, no referrals and nothing. We're relying solely on new customers. Doesn't work like that, because I'll tell you, the highest form of marketing is word of mouth. And when you treat your customers well, they are going to go on to refer people, and they themselves are going to come back and refer people. So you should not be relying on just one-off customers alone. So you need to ask these questions. Are your customers actually coming back? Are they referring people? How are you nurturing? Are you building this relationship with them? It's always good to structure your question in this way, using the RAIN acronym: reach, engage, activate, and nurture. Now, the next process when it comes to analytics is to ask where you can get this information from. So asking, who are my customers and who are these? Are they finding what they like? Are they doing this? Are they booking? Asking a question like, are they booking? How do you know? Are they do they land on your website and maybe they get to this page and they leave, and you do not even know what the page they're getting to on your website and leaving? So where do you get all this information from? Know who your customers are and get more insights on them. I'll tell you why defining your customers and saying they are this, they are that, they are that. You do not know. It's an ongoing process, because customers' needs, customers' preference, it's always changing. Today, customers want to come into your store and buy. Tomorrow, they want to sit down and have you deliver to them. It's always evolving and changing. So defining your customers and saying, okay, this is what they like, this is what they do. It's a work in progress, I would say. And if you rely on that which you've written down alone, it's not cast in stone. If you rely on the definition or the description you have, you are going to be leaving a lot of money on the table, or you are going to be losing out on a whole lot when it comes to understanding what your customers need. So how do you get more about your customers, find more about them, get the right information you need? There are lots of channels to gain the right information. You have social channels, your social media, you have organic search, which is the Google search. You have websites, you have paid search. I'm still going to be diving in and explaining all of this as we progress. I'm just going to give you a simple instance. If you've been wondering if you've been using data or using analytics and all, the WhatsApp status you post and you go and see that, okay, 10 people have seen that, 20 people, 50, that's data actually. So some status would get a whole lot of views, some would not. You know, the ones that get a whole lot of view and maybe lots of replies would show you that, yeah, people are really interested in this. So that's like breaking this into the simplest form, so you understand that one way or the other, you've been getting the right information and leveraging some of these basic analytics tools. So social media, organic search, website, and paid search, that's Google adverts. You get a whole lot of information and learn more about your customers from there. And what do you now do with all this information? You're learning more about why diffuse about this, learn more about your customers, ask the right question. Are they coming back? Are they doing this? Are they finding what they want? Insights are key. Insights. I'm sure we've been hearing a whole lot about data, insights, data, insights. It's not the data bundle. It's information you gain or you get from your customers, from the different touch points they have. With this insight, you get to understand the market trends. What's really trending? People have been shopping for normal perfumes, and now there's a whole lot of buzz about oil perfumes. And if you've been selling normal perfumes, people are now searching and finding you for oil perfumes, oil perfumes. That's giving you an insight right there that maybe you should start, or you should also stock up with oil perfumes. Maybe. The user experience, understanding the customer part, the purchase, and you could have a website and customers come into your website and they are always going to the About Us page, or they are going to look at the theme. It could be that there's an issue of trust. Maybe they do not understand they do not trust the brand, and they need to know what are the founders behind this, what are those behind the brand, and maybe after even looking at that page, they get to leave and they do not even complete the purchase. Goes on to show you that there's an issue of trust, and maybe you need to start putting your face around the brand to understand the user experience and how you can make it better. Are they getting to the checkout page and not completing the purchase? Maybe because you do not have that option of paying through transfer or paying through the different payment gateways you have, or you just have only one payment gateway there. And I go and I see you can pay with XYZ, but I do not prefer using XYZ. I prefer using ABC, and I leave as a customer, as a prospective customer. So you understand the user experience and see how you can improve. Content marketing. What kind of content are they engaging with the most? Are you posting videos? Are you posting how-tos? And you find out that they are engaging with this mostly. I mean, you could post videos. There's a whole lot of buzz. There's this key statistics by Cisco that by 2021, over 80% of the world internet traffic would be videos. And what year is this? This is 2021. And you're seeing this from the rise of TikToks and reels and videos taking over YouTube, billions of watch hours, and it's so are you posting videos that saying that people are engaging with that the most? Are you posting how to do this? Are you posting some form of helpful content? Or is it that whenever you put your face behind the product, people engage with that the most? All these are insights you're gaining. And if you're seeing people engage most when you post with your face, what's that telling you? You need to do more of that. All this would help you to adapt your strategy. I love saying this. Your strategy, what you have about your customers, the channels you'll be leveraging, it's not cast on stone. It's something that is a work in progress, and it should always be adapted according to the current situation. From last year, COVID has happened, and a whole lot of people do not want to go into the store to purchase anymore. So, are you going to sit back and say, no, they must come to my store? So, if you've had that strategy of wanting to drive in-store visits, having people come into your store, you go on and adapt that strategy because customer preferences have changed, and it keeps changing. So, all these insights will help you to adapt and tweak your overall digital strategy to make sure you are achieving that goal of yours. So, going to be taking a quick pause to see if there are any questions, and I think God knows is doing a great job on the chat already. So, if there are any questions, please, I would love to have them. And I love saying this. Asking questions is a huge part of learning. So questions like how, questions like why, I'd love to have this question. So you could tell me, Tony, why is this way? Why do this? Why should I bother about this? Or why I've tried this and I'm finding it challenging. Whatever question you have related to what we're doing here, God knows is well skilled, is an expert at this. You drop that on the chat, and for some of the questions, he's going to be leaving for me. We still have 2 pauses for questions as we progress. So any questions, I would be glad to have them. And we do not have any other awkward questions here. Do not feel scared to ask a question. So far as related to what we have here, we'd be glad, solely glad to help out. So I'm going to go back to the presentation and continue. But if you have any questions, just drop them along the line right here. So let's look at identifying the best tools to use. So we're talking about questions, talking about insights, what you can do with them, asking the right questions, and all. What are some of the best tools you can use to, get data and get the right insights you need? So I would ask this question. I think I've given this away already. Which analytics tool do you currently use? I think I did mention a platform where you post status and that. So maybe in some way you've used that basic analytics tool in that platform. So which analytics tools do you currently use? Are you using maybe Google Analytics? You use that? Are you relying on Page Insight on this particular social media? It's I believe, or are you relying on maybe like I mentioned? I think I should just give this away. Like I mentioned, posting on WhatsApp and swiping up to see the number of people who have liked, or sorry, number of people who have seen that post, or maybe just looking at your insights on Instagram and seeing the number of people who have engaged, number of people who this post reached. So which analytics tool have you currently used? And from the examples I just gave, you see you must have used one analytic tool or the other. So it goes on to show you that you are already exploring and you do understand that data analytics and gaining insights is key to growing that business of yours and understanding your customers. So there are lots of tools you can use for analytics. On social, you could use it's Twitter, if you're Facebook, Hootsuite. Facebook has this rich tool on the Facebook pages, which is called the Insights tool. And I find that a whole lot of businesses are not leveraging this. So going on your page Insights, you learn more about customers, the agenda, the number of people you've reached within this range, whether it's the range of a month or the range of 7 days, the contents that are doing really well. I look out for this a whole lot. What kind of content? Because recently, yes, I'll tell you, I posted, I have this meme content I get to post every Friday. And I noticed this meme content get a whole lot of reach and engagement. So I've now told myself, okay, every Friday I'll keep posting this meme content. I never knew it would work that way. I just tried out meme on Friday and checked the insights, and I'm like, wow, look at the reach, look at the likes, look at the engagement, and also there are lots of tools you could use as on social media depending on the channel you're using, but most of them would come with that name, Insights. So on Facebook pages, it's the page Insights. On Instagram as well, it's still the Insights. On Twitter, it's still Insights, I believe, and on Hootsuite, it's still very much related to that. So organic search as well, you could use Google Search Console, you could use Google My Business. We'll be talking more on this too as we progress. Your website, Google Analytics is right there to help you learn more about what customers are doing on your website, the pages they're engaging with. Paid search is also there on Google. So when you advertise on Google, Google is even going to the extent of telling you the keywords, the search terms people use in finding you, what people searched for before they found to find out your ad. Google is going on to show you that, and with that you can bid on more keywords or get more keywords idea, or it even helps you to understand, okay, my customers are actually searching for this. I never thought of that, so why not? I think I need to start doing home delivery this time around. So these are some of the tools, and we'll be taking a look at some of these tools as we progress. Like I mentioned, the page insights from Facebook, you find out what people are doing, how they're engaging with that page of yours. This is one very rich tool, and like I said, I've noticed lots of people are not really leveraging this. It goes on to show you content that are doing well, types of content that content you posted that people are engaging with very well. Your audience goes on to show you posts that have the best engagement with the reach, and also this is one tool I would advise everyone to leverage if you have a Facebook page. Google Search Console is also there. So if you have a website, it's going to be sending you information and helping you see how you are doing when it comes to ranking. And one beautiful thing I love about Google Search Console is that if there's an issue, if there's any critical issue with any page on your website, it's going to send you an alert on that. So this is one tool you'd want to learn more about. You could search for it on Google, and it's through this you're able to find invaluable information about that website of yours and also the visitors. So from Google's organic search results. So Google Search Console is one tool you'd want to leverage if you have a website to see how people are finding you. What search terms are they also using to find you? Google Search Console is going to show you that. Google My Business is also there, which is a tool. It's one of my best marketing tools, I would tell you, if not the best marketing tool I use. So it helps you. It's this product where you're able to, by having a profile on Google My Business, you're able to show up on Google Search and also show up on Google Map. So if you want to show up on Google Search and show up on Google Map, get on and sign up to Google My Business. God knows we'll be popping the link right here on chat. And with Google My Business, you have this rich insights as well. So every month, there's an insights tab right there. But every month you get a report. This is how you performed. You got how many calls. You got this number, this photo has gotten over 1,000 views. And then you wonder, sometimes I post a photo, 100 views, post another photo, before 1 week, it's 1,000, 2,000 views. I mean, you cannot say this is the photo that will do well or this is the one that will not do well. You might have two pictures and you post them and you're thinking this one will do well, but the insights will just shock you and you're like, wow, is this happening? So at the end of the day, you from those insights, you are like, you get to make informed decisions, because you get to see, okay, maybe people want to see more photos of my store. I posted a photo of my store and people, it's gotten over 2,000 views, whereas I posted another photo, a different photo, and it's gotten only 30 views. So this is, you get to have this rich insights from Google My Business, and you have that report that comes in at the end of every month. So it also goes on to show you how you're doing compared to businesses in your industry. So this is one key tool I would advise you to get on with. And if you, maybe I'll just go on to share a few best practices when you get on with this tool. If you do not have a Google My Business account already, try as much as possible to make sure you fill in every of your profile information. Make sure you have your contact details there, the phone number of the business, the email address. Turn on messaging as well, because some people might not want to send you an email or call you. They could just want to leave a message for you right there. So turn on messaging. Post pictures frequently. Post. For some people I know who have gotten on to have success stories from this, they will tell me that's the secret. But I do not see this in any way as a secret. Post pictures and make sure you're active on this platform. Post about your business, when you do the activities. You could share photos of you installing this. You could post that on your Google My Business. Get reviews from customers you've worked with or people who have interacted with your business. Because I would ask you this: if you find a business on Google, what are the things you look at before you get to choose a business? You look at reviews, right? You look at the photos they have before you get to decide. Okay. Then you look at maybe the opening hour and see if they have a phone number. In marketing, most times all you need to do is put yourselves in the shoes of the customers. So we all are customers at some point. So you go, you're searching for this business, you're searching for a restaurant, you find a series of business profiles on Google, all thanks to Google My Business. What are you going to be looking out for in those listings you find? Pictures, it's likely going to be reviews. So if you are looking for the right thing you should be doing to get success on Google My Business, the answer is right there. Ask yourself what you look out for when you find a business. Likely going to be reviews, likely going to be pictures, opening hours, and to see if you can call them. Right? I believe that's right to everyone. So those will help you make the most of this tool. Google Trend is also there. So with Google Trend, you get to identify, they see the popularity of a search term. Maybe you've been seeing, like I gave this example about oil perfumes. Now people are adding oil perfumes, oil, and you're selling normal perfumes. You could go on Google Trend now and search for oil perfumes. Let me see how this is doing. And when you search for it, you now see that the chart, it keeps growing, and you're like, that means the demand for this is growing. What's that telling you? It's time for you to get onto that product or add that keyword to, whether it's a keyword, add that keyword to your content, write something about that and add to your blog, or write something about that, add to your website, or add that product. Always leverage this to look at what's trending, see search terms that are trending, products that are trending. Just go in, put in the name of that, and it's going to show you how that has been doing over time on search. So lots and lots of people are turning to Google search every now and then. So with this, you're able to see what's trending, see the popularity of a keyword or a search term, and know how to incorporate that to your business, of course. So you could rise above your competition with Google Trends, I'll tell you. So with Google Trends, you're able to find relevant trending topics. You're able to monitor your competitors, of course, because you could go in and search for their, I could go in and search for God knows cakes. If God knows is a baker and has a bakery, I could go in and search for God knows cakes and see how God knows cakes is doing. If I see, okay, lots of people are searching, and I'm like, maybe there's something God knows is doing well. So you could monitor your competitors as well. Do keyword research, what's trending, see if you can find new keywords. You could also search by different topics. So you search for this topic and you see, wow. So in terms of fashion now, this is what people are searching for, this shoe. Or in terms of fashion, people are now searching for winter jacket, Hamatan jacket, and all. Or raincoats. It's raining now, and people are searching for raincoats, and it's depends. So, but with this, you get to find more keywords, and these are keywords you could add to your website, or maybe this could be product ideas that you could add to your catalog or add to your website as well. You promote around seasonal trends, like I did give an example just now. It could be that the cold season, of course, we'll soon be getting to Hamatan, and but it's raining already. It's the rainy season, so people are likely going to be searching for this, searching for that, and people are likely going to be maybe searching for raincoats. I'm just going to give a simple example. So you could promote your business around seasonal trends, and there's the retail season is coming around. We are going to be approaching Black Friday, and November is a very, very big period for retail. So lots of sales happening, lots and lots of sales. So this could be a time, and more and more people around this period, would go online and search to buy. So you find lots of lots of e-commerce brand having sales, and it's usually a sales period in November. So this could be a period for you to maybe say you're now giving out 10% discount and also jump in on that trend, because around that time it's always peaks for those searching. There are lots and lots of the searches for products and retail products mostly. It's always peaks. And if you follow Google, if you follow brands like Facebook, you'll see they are preparing for this already, trying to have programs and webinars to help retailers make the most of this season. So I'll tell you, retail season is around the corner. November, mostly in November. So this is something you should leverage as well. And from Google Trends, you'll find that it's going to be growing. A lot of products will be getting more and more searches when it comes to November. So maybe that's the time you should now give something like a discount. Find topics, or maybe say the delivery is free, but that depends on you though. So find topics by region. What's trending in South Africa? What's trending in Lagos? What's trending in the US? Maybe you want to go international, of course. So with Google Trends, you get to rise above the competition. Do find relevant topics, monitor your competitors, keyword research, of course, find out what's trending, and promote around seasonal trends, and find topics by different regions. Google Analytics is one tool we'll be getting to. It's one tool that helps you understand what customers do on your website, and it is easy to use. If you have that mindset that it's difficult, maybe the name analytics, and it's difficult. I'll tell you, I never had a background in marketing. I'm not sure I like maths. No, I have a background in something else, but getting onto this, it's not something that's difficult. And from whatever background, it's something you can just get grab of if you take a look at it. So I'm going to be explaining that in the next phase, which is the final one. So Google Analytics will help you understand what customers do on your website. Google Analytics helps you understand what customers do on your website, and I'll be explaining more about that in the next phase. But I'm going to be taking another pause for question right now before we go in deep on Google My Business. Break that down, break it down to make it very easy for you to understand. I try as much as possible not to use complex marketing terms, and we're going to be breaking down Google Analytics so you understand that, and if you have a website, you start using it as soon as possible. Or if you're using it and you're finding it challenging, breaking it into ABC. So if there are any questions, I think Adiremi is having a question. Why do my Google My Business page not always update my logo when I do? So why does your Google My Adeomi is asking that why a Google My Business page doesn't update her logo anytime she does post that logo. So Adeomi, that's a great question right there. I'll tell you, your logo is likely going to still be showing up right there on Google My Business, but it's subject to review. So when you post logo, post cover photos on Google My Business, and sometimes even post additional photos, it could take a few days for it to show up. So I would advise, if this is something, you could go back and try again, and then see if after a few days you come back to your Google My Business page, go over your photos, and let's see if you'll find that logo right there. And if it's not, you could reach out to support. So God knows, if you could get the support link for Google My Business, you can always send a message to support through the link. So you could search for Google My Business support. So, but God knows, please, if you could get that link, just search for Google My Business support. So if this issue persists, Adeomi, you could send a message to support and they would reach out with you. But you could just do that over again. Go back, upload that logo, and after a few days, come back and see if you can find that logo. Because sometimes you post and or you upload photos, it could take a few days. So, but if you do this again and it persists and you do not find that, we'll be glad to, God knows, would get the link to support. But you could also search for Google My Business support and send a message to support. I'm sure they'll be glad. The team will be very much glad to help out. So it was difficult logging in, so I missed a lot. Are we going to get the recording? So Baba Mohammed is asking, yeah, we got you covered. You can always come back. You see this link, Mohammed. you can always come back and watch this again with this same link. So it's still going to be here for, a period of time. So you can come back and watch this link, Muhammad, or through the link. You can come back through the link and watch the whole thing over again. So Mohammed, we've got you covered. Network could, there could be a glitch here and there. So if you've missed anything, you can always come back through the same link. I would advise you could go on to like the video, just like this already, like the live stream. So when you come back to YouTube, you can easily go on liked videos and find that. I do this a whole lot. So I just like the stream already, click on like, and when you come back to YouTube, go to options and search for like videos. You can always find it anytime. So Mohammed, you can always get back to this through the same link. So Adeomi is asking, how often should I check these insights on my Google My Business page? Not just how many people viewed, but the keywords that brought them and stuff like that. So Adeomi, likely every month I would advise. And at the end of each month, on that email address you used to register for your Google My Business, you will be getting these insights delivered to you right there. So especially how you get to see how you're performing compared to your competitors or different businesses in the same industry. So you'll be make sure you look out for that at the end of each month or start of a new month. So, and also on the email address you use to register. So Adeomi has bookmarked already and we'll be checking later. So that's great. And remember to look at the support. God knows I've posted that. Okay. So if that issue with the logo persists, you can always reach out to support. So Adeomi, look out for those. The insights are there already. They are already there on your page. So when you go to your Google My Business page on your dashboard, you can always find insights right there. And but the one that comes monthly is, I do look out for that a whole lot. So if you need this on the go, you go to your dashboard and you can find it right there. But if you also want to wait at the end of the month to see how you're comparing to others, it's much a richer insight right there. So awesome. So let's keep the questions coming. I still get a lot of questions around Google My Business. Interesting. So let's get going and wrap it up with this. And if you've missed out on anything, you can always come back to the link, like I mentioned, through the same link, or maybe just like the video. And when you come back to YouTube, go on options and check out like videos. It's always going to be there. I love the energy coming out from this session. Let's keep this going. And if you have any question, and also if you have any question related to visa, please, if you want to get the visa card, or if you have any question related to visa, they are doing a whole lot for small businesses. Feel free to drop them right there on chat. I'm going to be having a quick Q&A with Chiedu after this last presentation. So we'll be having that quick Q&A. So any questions for visa, any questions for related to this presentation, please feel free. We've told you about the discount they have when you get the Visa card. I think I would also want to learn more about this discount. How about you? So any questions for the Visa team, feel free to drop them right there on chat and we'll be taking note of them. We'll have that quick Q&A after this last lap. So let's go into this and wrap up with this session. So understand and analyze your data. How do you now understand this? Data in its raw form could get really confusing. You're seeing numbers here, numbers here, numbers here. You're saying this, that, that. Going into your Google Analytics page, it could get, I understand. You could look numbers, this is this. What am I going to do with this? So let's help you understand what you can do with this data you find, especially on your Google Analytics dashboard. So this is what it's going to look like. And you are not, the beautiful thing about this is you're not doing any calculation actually. Seeing the numbers, seeing this, seeing the charts, you're not going to be creating these charts yourself. The system does that already. So it's not like you're coming in to create these bar graphs, to create these charts, to create these, use the numbers, play around the numbers, add this, subtract that. No, you're not doing any of this. The system is doing every of that work. All you need to do is tell the system, okay, I need to see what happened on this from 20th to this, or show me this, show me that, show me this, and it's happening. So when it comes to Google Analytics, all you need to know is figure out the right thing, the right information you need, and how you can find it on Analytics. It's not about figuring out how to do this or solve this or calculate this. Figuring out the right question to ask and where you can find it. That's all when it comes to Google Analytics, because the system is going to be doing everything. All you need to do is, okay, I need to find out how many people visited my website, the homepage from January to August or from August 1, you tell that to the system and it shows you that. I need to find out where they are coming from. You tell the system, it shows you that they're coming from Facebook, they're coming from Google, they're coming from Google Ads. You do not need to come in and start doing XY plus BA plus. No way. It's done all that for you already. So how to set up a Google My Analytics account? It's very easy. 3 simple steps. If you've not done this already, go to analytics.google.com. Choose a name for your account and choose an industry category. Go to analytics.google.com. Choose a name. It's going to ask you, just follow the steps. What name do you want for that account of yours? Always advisable you could use your business name. Choose an industry category. What industry are you in? You would not be in doing construction, and maybe because you are good and you're a baker, you baked this very nice cake, which is a building for an engineer, and you're not saying you're an engineer and you're in the construction industry. No. Try as much as possible to choose the right industry. So, because there are some functionalities that you could get depending the industry you choose. So, analytics.google.com, choose a name for your account and choose the industry, and you are right on your way towards getting started with Google Analytics. Now, there's something you need to do. Analytics works with your website, right? If you have a website, so you need to make sure you connect analytics to that website of yours. It has to be connected because it's going to be bringing information or what's happening. You want to know what's happening on your website, what customers are doing on your website. So this is what analytics would do. And for analytics to do that, you have to make sure there's that sync between your website and analytics, just like bringing the both of them together and fusing it. And it's very easy to do as well. So where can you find the tracking code for analytics? It's right there. You go on settings. You go on, of course, first you might want to go on admin or go on settings, and you'll find tracking ID. Settings, you might not find the word settings. So just look for that spanner icon. So once you click on that, you go on tracking ID, and you're right on your way towards finding a unique code which you are going to go back to your website and put on the header. So this is the only part that could get technical. I'll tell you, for myself, trying this out for the first time, I had a web developer just do this, send the code to the web developer, and just told the web developer, please put this on the header on my website, and that's done. The web developer doesn't need to come into my analytics. I just got the code through coming to settings, getting the tracking ID. You copy the code, you find the code right there, copy and send to your web developer. Tell them to add this to your header, and they know where to add it already. But this is also easy because seeing how this is done is a great way. And there's an analytics academy, and you can find lots of videos on YouTube. So a whole lot of times you do not need anyone to do this for you. You could go on YouTube and search for how to add analytics code to websites. I call YouTube the University of YouTube because almost everything I want to learn in marketing or I'm trying to do something new, I go over to YouTube and I see how it's done. And within 5-10 minutes, you've done this for yourself already. And within 1 minute, this is done. It doesn't take time at all. So, but if you have a web developer helping out with your website, a webmaster, you could just get the code and send over to your webmaster. If you're using simple website builders like maybe Wix and all, you could just there may be a very simple field where you can add the tracking ID for your website. So if you're using a very simple website builder, we have Wix. Now this is not having a web developer design your website or doing coding and all that. So if you have a website builders like maybe Wix and I think Squarespace, well Wix most is really popular now. So with this, you could just copy the ID and come and put it right here. So it could get really easy. So as I mentioned, you could just also search for how to connect analytics to my Wix website or how to connect Wix to my analytics. And you find a video, it explains everything and you go on. There's an Analytics Academy as well. If you want to learn more about Google Analytics, you could search for it. Just search for Google Analytics Academy. Or search for Skillshop Google Analytics Academy, whichever one. But you could just search for Academy, Analytics Academy, and find this. Lots of videos on the Academy to help you do every one of these. But adding that code to your website is very easy. And if you have a simple website builder, there may be a simple field where you can add the tracking ID for your website. So It's very easy. So you just bring that ID and just add it right here. So very, very easy to add the tracking code. And if you want more on this, you can just go on YouTube and see how it's done. It's very easy. Nothing anyone should fret over. Understanding the four main areas of reporting. When it comes to analytics, there are four major areas of reporting. Four main areas of reporting. Now we have the audience. Who are your audience? Where are they coming? Who are they? Are they this? Are they that? Are they coming in from here and all? Acquisition. How did they find you? We're not talking of sources here. How did they find you? Did they find you from Google search? You will likely find that as organic on Google on analytics. So it's likely going to be named organic search. Are they coming in from social media? Are they coming in? Did you run this referral? Are you working with a partner, a different partner, and maybe you advertise on this particular website, and you are hoping to get a lot of traffic from there? It's likely going to be showing here. So behavior as well. What are they doing when they get to your website? You need to understand the user behavior. Do they come to your website and they navigate, go here first, go here? Or do they land on your website and you look at the bounce rate, or the drop-off rate, I would call it that this time around. Do they land on that homepage of yours and you see that 80 people, 90% of people leave? I've had this situation recently. Had this page up and analytics connected to the website, running an advert, and people land on that page, and over 90% of people that land to that page leave. They do not go to any other page. I'd ask you, in a situation like that, if you find something like that, what are you going to do? What insight is that giving you? It's my experience, actually happened a couple of months ago. Have this page on a website, running an ad for it, and over 90% of people that get there leave. They do not even continue. Goes on to show you that two things could be the case right here. Maybe people are not finding what they expect. Maybe I've gone on in my content on the advert to say I'm giving this discount, and right there on that page, that discount is not there. Or maybe there's something they're expecting, or maybe the content is on the page is not something they're understanding. And I'll tell you, by just changing the content on the page, you could say that that's reduced by 30%. You're now having maybe 50% drop off, or 20 or 30%, which is fine. But 90% is way too much. So I went back and asked myself, what can I do to improve the content on this page? Because people are coming in, shows that they like the advert, but coming in, they're not finding what they like, and they're dropping off immediately without even signing up. So all this, you get to understand the user behavior, what they are doing when they land on you. You see why that's important, right? It's not just about having pages, websites, and running ads and doing this, promoting. You need to understand what they are doing on that website of yours as well. Conversions. What are they worth to you? Are they worth? You could go into Google Analytics and say, okay, every customer that completes this is worth 1,000 naira, 10,000 naira to me, or 20,000. And at the end, they're going to be getting a report on that for every close business right there. They'll be telling you, okay, you've gotten 1,000, you've gotten 2,000, you've gotten 10. So it's left for you. It's relative if you want to use this as well, and how much a sale, a sign up, or a registration is worth to you. Data in Google Analytics is grouped into the what and the dimensions, and the metrics. Dimensions and the metrics. Dimensions is all about the what, while the metrics is all about the numbers. Anything, even in marketing, whenever you see metrics, just know it's numbers, numbers, numbers. Dimensions is the what. So metrics could be 5,000 people visited the page. You had 500 new users. You had 8,000 and something sessions and all. 3,000 new users, 5,000 days, 10,000. The numbers, the numbers, the numbers. The what now, that's the dimension, could be where are they coming from? Are they coming from this page, referral networks? Are they coming in from organic? Are they coming from social? Is it from paid ads? You know, the what, anything about the what, the what, the what. It's dimensions, but the numbers are all about metrics and all. So read, I talked about this at the start of the session. Reach, engage, activate, and nurture. Remember, I mentioned with Ring, you can ask the right questions. Now, when you use Ring to ask the right questions, you need to know what to do with that information, which is what we're going to be looking at here. You use REAN to ask the right questions, REAN, reach, engage, nurture, activate. Use that to ask the right question. We went over this. That was the first thing we looked at today. And when you use this to ask the right questions, what are you going to be doing with that information? Let's explore this. With reach, you could be asking a question like, how are people finding me online? How many people am I reaching actually? With this, you could get to identify which search terms are driving organic traffic. What are the search terms that are doing really, really well? You can find them on analytics. You could develop relationships with referral websites, of course. So you get to see the search terms that are doing really well. And with this as well, you could develop relationships with some of the referral websites. Okay, this one is doing well. This one is not doing well. And the one that is doing well, maybe, deepen that relationship with them. Engage. What are people engaging with when they find you online? What are they engaging with on your website when they find you online? Now, this would help you learn which pages are not getting any views. There could be a page. I remember having a blog at some point, and there was this page that wasn't getting any view at all. There was a certain category because I wasn't really feeding content there. I had to later take it off because at the end of the day, it's going to be affecting even your ranking and all. So learn which pages are not getting any views and go back and see, why is this page not getting any view? Why are people not going over to, I'm selling, hairs, wigs, frontals and all, and I have an e-commerce site for that. Why are people coming to this one and not going to this? Is it that the content here? Is it that the heading? Do I need to change this? Do I need to maybe match this with this? Learn which pages are not getting any views and maybe see if you could take them off or see how you can improve the content over the heading. Discover what is really engaging your visitors. Do they like more videos? Do they come in and maybe they click on the YouTube link I have embedded there to watch a video on how to use this product? Do they come in and they're clicking on discounts? Maybe I'm telling them there's a discount on this particular product and I noticed that's the one they're clicking on. Goes on to show you that they love discounts. So I'm telling them, if you buy this product, they get 50% on the delivery fee and all. So, and I would always advise you, offers. I've read a whole lot of reports this recently, or this year rather, and offers, promotions are some of the reasons, they are some of the key factor consumers identified when it comes to doing business or choosing a brand or even following on social media. So if you get a good offer, why not? So activate. What channels are driving the most bookings? Which of the referral websites is driving the most booking? Look out for non-performing referral websites and, see if you could review a partnership with them. What's activating? Are they actually booking from more people coming in from this website or this referral network are the ones booking? Of course, you might want to review your partnership with the ones that are not driving any bookings for you. Nurture. Are your customers happy to leave a review? Are they happy to leave a review when they get on that website? Of course, you could look for ways to nurture that, maybe tell them that if they fill the feedback form, they could be getting XYZ discount on their next purchase. I do not know. Depends on you to work out something around that. But try as much as possible to find different ways to encourage purchasers to leave a review or what works best for you. Remember, I asked a question while talking about Google My Business. You look out for reviews before choosing a business. So try as much as possible to get customers, of course, to leave reviews for you. Google Trend is a tool which we've looked at, but I'm going to be going in depth on it this time around. So with Google Trend, you're able to explore what the world is searching. It's a whole lot of power in your fingertips. You can see what the world is searching for, how the search term is doing. Is it that cupcakes are now trending? I even go and do this for random products. I search for cupcakes and I see, okay, it's increasing. And I'm like, maybe you are baking and you've not been doing cupcakes. What's that telling you? It's time to start doing more cupcakes, of course. So promote your business around seasonal trends. So use trends to identify seasonal products in demand. Adjust your offerings according to supply and demand. If this is not trending now, I am selling winter jackets, I am selling raincoats, and someone is in January, I would likely have a price slash because the demand for that is low. The search term you see is going down. The search term you see is if it's coat and all, if it's high boots, high shoes and all, you could find the demand for that going down because it's during the rainy season that most people would want to get that. Now, during the rainy season, when the demand is up, you look at the Google trend and you see it's going up already. This is another time where you could adjust your price and offering and say, okay, we can now increase price. There's a demand for this. So always look at this and make sure you're adjusting your offerings according to the supply and demand. That you can see the demand for this. You can identify the demand, see when there's an uplift and when there's or when there's a boost and when there's a decline. And with that, you can always adjust your offering. Create content about current trends. This could be trending. There's this particular keyword or this term could be trending. Create keywords and you're writing a blog post or putting products, adding products to your website. Maybe there's a new cupcake, this cupcake, or something that was used in a musical video that is trending, and more people are searching for that, and it's related to what you offer. You could add maybe this particular song, cake, and I don't know, just try as much as possible to create content about current trends and try to leverage Google Trends. This is a powerful tool. With this, you see what the world is searching for, and you have that in your fingertips. So use trend to find new keywords as well. See what's identifying new keywords. You could go in and search for fashion if you're in the fashion industry. You find more keywords around fashion, and maybe it's the color blue that is trending now, camouflage this, and you add that to as a keyword to your maybe your ads or maybe to your blog articles or blog posts. So try as much as possible to leverage Google Trends. It's a very, very, very powerful tool. You get to see what the world is searching for. Whoops, so this is the final pause for question, but I am going to be doing this at the end, and where I'll be having that quick Q&A with Chiedu. So, but let me just go over to talk about the mentoring program again. So it's you one-on-one with a mentor, and you get matched with a mentor when you sign up. It's highly personalized. The mentor is going to be guiding you and helping you, ensuring you are achieving that goal of yours, leveraging digital tools and resources. So sign up for this, the one-on-one mentoring from Google. It's super amazing, and we're getting a lot of success stories from this already. So if you're a small business owner or charity, jump right on this. It's bit.ly/GDSM mentoring. So bit.ly/GDSM mentoring, and you are right on your way towards getting matched to the mentor and having that session, and mentor is going to help you achieve your goal. Next steps, try as much as possible to head over to the learning portal which you have. It's learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills/courses. So go there. We have lots of courses available. And I love saying this, there is no knowledge is power when you apply it. Knowledge is power when you apply it. Knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is the new key. So try as much as possible to apply this, and go over to the learning portal. God knows we'll be popping the link on chat, and see if you can find more courses to upskill yourself, all for free. So we're going to be, you can follow us on social media, of course, and we're going to be having that quick Q&A with Chiedu will be joining me right now. So if you have any question for the Visa team, Chiedu is going to be joining me right now. God knows we'll also be popping the link to our social media platforms. Please follow us on social media. I would love to hear from you. And remember, if you're going to be posting about this, use the hashtag Visa where you shop matters and use the hashtag grow with Google. So Chiedu could join me right now for that quick Q&A. I think there's a question here for the Visa team. All right. Welcome back, Chid. So I think we have a question here for the Visa team, and the fish shop is asking, I have a Visa card, but how do I get the discounts? I normally get charged the same amount I am paying for goods and services. So the fish shop is asking, I have a Visa card, but how do I get the discounts? I normally get charged the same amount when I'm paying for goods and services. So if you could help out with this, Chid.
Thanks, Anthony. So to the fish shop, the offers we spoke about earlier are tied with the Visa business card. So you probably have a card, a consumer card or a personal card. What you need to do is go to your bank and ask for the Visa business card, and then you can have access to the range of benefits and offers that we talked about earlier. So there are 30 pan-regional offers. You can go to smeoffers.poshvine.com with your business card. Once you get that from your bank, you put in the first 8 digits and you have access to the offers. With the Google, with the I said Google, apologies. With the GIG logistics offer, all you need to do is use your business card to load your GIG logistics wallets, and then you'll have your discount on that. So the key underlying factor on is that it's tied to your Visa business card. You probably are using you know another card product other than the business card. So do ask your bank for that card, and then you can enjoy the offers. And then if there are any other questions on, if you have one more details on the offers, or the kind of where you could get the card from, you go to visa.com.ng, the small business hub there, and you'll be able to have all that information.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chido. I hope that answers your question, the fish shop. And I have another question right here. Baba Mohammed is asking, I have a Visa card. How can I use it to remit money, especially international? That's from Baba Mohammed. I have a Visa card. How can I use it to remit money, especially international?
At the moment, you'll need to go to your bank and ask them if they've turned on the Visa service for that. There are, of course, various channels at the moment. You probably could use that, but what I would suggest is go to your bank and then ask them how that can be done.
Awesome. So, Baba Mohammed, that's it right there. So, CJ is suggesting you go to your bank and you ask them how that can be done. They are going to likely turn on that feature for you. So, I think that's it for the questions for the Visa team. So, I have someone asking how often, that's Adeomi, how often should I post on Google My Business? I think there's no limit for this, but I would always advise if you can post 1 or 2 pictures every week, and make sure you have posts at least every month. It's advisable. So try as much as possible to just ensure that you post one thing or the other, especially one picture or the other every month. Very good to be active on the platform. So I hope that answers your question, Adeomi. How often I should post on Google My Business? Try as much as possible to post 1 or 2 pictures every week, and make sure you get at least one post every month. Oops, so I think we're done with all the questions, and we are always coming live here. So you could like the channel, so subscribe to the channel, and also follow Visa on Instagram, or follow Visa on Visa on Facebook as well. So look out for the next one, the next last Saturday of the month. That should be the last Wednesday of October. I'll be coming back here for another interesting session. So be on the lookout for that. And from myself and the team, we've had a great one here today, and it's been amazing having every one of you. The engagement on the chat was so much, and you all have been here from the beginning, and kudos to everyone taking out time to see how you can upskill to grow that business of yours. So from myself, from Chiedu and Tayo and the Visa team, from God knows who's behind the scene, and Jeff who's also behind the scenes. So thank you so much, and I hope to catch up with you all later. Of course, maybe we'll see next time, next last Wednesday of the month. Of course, you should catch up. So keep an eye on the channel. Same time, last Saturday of next month. Last Wednesday, I think I love Saturdays a whole lot. Last Wednesday of next month we'll be here. So catch up with you all, and you all have an amazing day. And remember, implement, implement, implement. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye, everyone.